What's going on, everyone? My name is Sam. This is my 8-year-old son Lucas. He currently plays up to 9U. He's going to be on we were AAA team last year. I believe we'll be a majors team this year. And we like to just test out different bats. Currently we got our hands on one of the new Victus Vandal. I believe they call it the Lev3 or LEV3. I'm not sure exactly which one, how that goes. But yeah, it's fresh in the wrapper, brand new. This is his current bat right here. This is the one he gamed the past year or so. It's a USSSA DeMarini the Goods. Both of these are 28-18 bats. And so yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get in there and give it some swings. We're gonna start off with a couple swings here of his normal bat, just to kind of give us a little baseline of what that looks like. We got the Victus Vandal in his hands. It is a little bit different. It's a one-piece alloy. Still the same drop and same swing weight though. We will throw it on the tool at home to make sure of the exact weights of both of them, just to kind of give you guys a comparison. But yeah, let's get it. Alright, so for your immediate reaction, what do you think is this? How does this one feel compared to your normal gamer, the DeMarini the Goods?
Definitely a little heavier. Has a good sized barrel. It sounds a little different. It's not as loud as my original bat, and it's pretty hot.
Yeah.
It's a good bat.
It's definitely a little bit different. They ended up using the same grip that the Marucci CADX uses. A lot of people know that this bat is actually Victus is owned by Marucci, so they get a lot of their technology and stuff from Marucci. Power. All right, so we just finished off taking a few buckets with the Victus Vandal Lev3. I believe they're calling it the 2024 edition, since that'll be for this upcoming season. So what did you think about it?
I thought it was a good bat. When you hit it with the hands, it definitely stings a lot. So I wouldn't recommend
the
hitting
vibration
it
knob down here may not help as much as they're saying. It's definitely not a two-piece, it's a single piece, so it'll ring you up a little bit.
When you hit good barrel and like catch good barrel, you'll hit it far. Like if you get a good barrel and like do the correct motion.
It didn't have the pocket radar out, but it did feel like it was hitting. It did seem like it had some pretty good exit velocity.
Yep.
Is there anything else you think about it?
The swing weight is pretty good. It's a little heavy, but I would say because it's heavy, it would hit real far.
Yeah.
Because of that.
Yeah, it's I know in BB Core they do advertise it as a bit of a super balanced bat. They call it a very balanced, maybe the lightest swinging bat in BB Core. That's at least that's what they're advertising. But USSSA is always a little bit different than BB Core. The goods here is Gamer being the prime example of that. You know, in BB Core this is a super end-loaded and heavy bat, whereas here the USSSA version is considered to be very light swinging. So. Yeah, definitely some good thoughts. We're going to talk about it a little bit more when we get home. And what's going on, guys? Back home now. Yeah, finished up doing some hitting. Like I know there's some errors in those videos. The fields we were at and the batting cage we were at are apparently, which I guess we already knew. We just didn't really think about it until we were making this video. They're right on kind of like the runway path for the DFW airport. So sorry for the background runway noise you're getting there. And then my wife pointed out to me, she's like, you're standing right in the sun as you're talking at the end, so sorry about that. But yeah, so all in all, it was a good first experience. We're both very new to, I mean, usually we just get bats and we just kind of go together and I see what I see, and I think, you know, we talk a little bit about it, how'd that feel, that sort of thing. But yeah, we never really put our thoughts on camera. We get asked a lot about bats just because we use so many of them. I know our teammates probably chuckle about it because we would come with a new bat every other week. You know, just I was always kind of a gearhead with this kind of stuff, and I guess, you know, my kid's kind of the same way. We like testing out bats. But yeah, let's get back into the Vandal. You know, I did think it was very interesting what Victus has done here. They've kind of taken a lot of the things that the people liked about the Cat X, one being this knob. This was, obviously you can pretty much do this to any bat if you really wanted to. You can kind of taper it. My kid really likes that. He did mention that he was still getting some vibration, which they did supposedly put this in there and to help dampen the vibration, but once again, it is a one-piece alloy bat. I'll go ahead and throw the actual weights of these bats up on the screen here in just a second. Lucas was right. The Victus actually is just ever so slightly heavier than the goods that he normally swings. Whether it's a very minuscule amount, as you'll see, but whether that be probably just his comfortability with the goods that he normally swings. Because, you know, holding these in hand, I don't really feel much of a difference. Obviously, these are far too small bats for me. But he did mention a few times that this one did feel a bit heavier swinging. And like I said, that does kind of contrast to what it is meant for in the BB Core space versus this USSSA space. All in all, it did feel really good, he said. He said that it did have a nice, good, sweet spot. There are a few bats that have had really good exit velocity to them. Like one of them being named would be like our Easton Alpha ALX, but it's a very small spot. You know, it's very hard for a kid to catch that barrel a lot. So yeah, he did mention that he liked this. This honestly really reminds me of his Cat X one piece. He has a Cat X one piece as well. Very, very similar bats, I would say. Obviously, both Victus and Marucci are by the same company, so makes sense. But this one really does remind me of that Cat X one piece. It does have this composite end piece here, though, that's supposed to help lighten the swing weight and give you a little bit more forgiveness up on that, you know, end area there. Be interesting to see. We're definitely gonna get some more swings on this, hopefully here pretty soon. We're kind of just our two-man operation here. Get you guys some more hard evidence on the bats, like some exit velocities, things like that. And yeah, anything else you guys would like to see, I guess we could put out a solo review for the goods. Like I said, he does have several other bats as well. This was kind of just one of the new ones that came out that I saw people ask about a lot, so I thought it'd be interesting to do. As always, guys, it's been good talking to you, and we'll hope to see you guys out on the field.